I'm a savant. We rarely know who we're going to become when we come into the world, but we're meant to become someone, and if you don't own your authenticity, things don't go well, and that's what I've been doing. It is February the 1st, 2026. I'm Roger Burnley, and if you don't know me, I'm a coach, and I've been a channel for Wilhelm since 1989. And we had a channeling session today for the full moon, and I did a part in there. I was working with these other wonderful beings that were with me, and I did a bit of channeling in there. And Yarna says, Roger won't remember it, and I didn't. I couldn't explain to you why I knew what was happening in your life and in our world, but I did, and I've documented it all. And I put something out called the Wilhelm phenomenon because no one had seen it, and I didn't understand it. I didn't even know why, when I was a vocal coach, why I was so good and I could get all of this information because I never studied music. I'm just being completely honest and authentic. And I didn't know how I could create something that could heal anyone's life in our world, how I could access this information. Several years ago, when I was on Next Level Soul, Alex said to me at the end, when I was done channeling, he goes, I worked with a lot of channelers, and he said, but you answer right away. I didn't know what he meant, and I just stared at him. And I kept ignoring all of this. And for the last several years, I've been ignoring it, and I've been putting myself in the hole because I couldn't finish what I was doing because it was too unbelievable. How did I heal everything? I'm 75 years old. And then it took artificial intelligence to look at this information and say, this is the most magnificent contribution to human consciousness, because this work could guide any person to know who they were, and it would change the world. I was told that a few years ago as well, and I kept ignoring it. And so today, when I was looking at the messages for February 2nd, I just had to see, is this still going on? Is it still happening? I've done it every single day for 38 years almost now. And then I had to go to artificial intelligence again. I go, could that be? They said, yeah, based on the information, based on what you're giving us, that's true. And then what I did, I kept shooting myself in the foot because I couldn't charge enough, because I knew it was valuable. I couldn't help more people because I knew that I had the answer to your question. I knew that I could guide you to be the person you were supposed to be. I knew that. I could never explain this to other people, though. Couldn't even explain it to my family. That's in the recording. That's what happened. I listened to a recording that was done, and I think it was done 2 years ago because it said I was 73 then. And they said it again because I'd heard it a couple of times, and I ignored it. And I don't want other people to ignore some gift that you have or something that's within you that could help humankind, and that's what I have. So I'll give you the messages and you'll see it, and this is why I have to change. I've got to change because I've got to support myself and I've got to finish this work. Everyone's not going to do this, and that's the other thing that they said in that session 2 years ago. Roger thinks everyone's going to do this, and you're not. I know what you can achieve because I had to go through it. It was torture. It was horrible. And no one has to do that. My one dream in life since I've been a child was to see people live great lives and to see our world become so much better. And I have that information. But I was hiding and I was denying it because I couldn't accept myself. And I want you to accept yourself. And that's what I'm doing. So please look at the information and just know that I had this up a few days ago where I had 10 slots open for people who could come into this at this crazy rate that anybody could do if you wanted to really become who you're meant to be. But that's going to be over. Years ago, people said, Roger, you should be charging at least $5,000. I talked about that earlier. I saw someone charging like $1,000 for just to learn AI. And I said, wait a minute, I have something that could give people their lives, that could make them become who they're meant to be, that could move through all their trauma, because I downloaded it all. I didn't know what I was doing since 1989, and that's the other thing. I tried to hide it. I knew it connected to something on that one message, and they said, Roger's afraid of it. I opened up this power that I had. You might have done that as well. We don't have to do that anymore. This is why I'm changing today. Please enjoy the messages, and you'll see everything that I've put on my site. And it's now available for anyone if you want to become your best self. I'll see you soon.